Time to talk about the Xbox One and PS4 in a nutshell. Hey guys, it's Wednesday the 6th of November 2013, and we're going to talk about the PS4 and the Xbox One in a nutshell. So, got some information for on you, for on Squeak. Again, I can't speak. We got some information on screen for you, so you can kind of see the differences between the consoles, since it is coming up to buying these consoles soon. So we'll start off with the technology. Right now, it looks like the PS4 has the most powerful consoles, but this doesn't rule out the Xbox One because developers may exploit the Xbox One in new ways, since it has a wide range of different things like the Kinect. So don't just make so you can't just make your decision on hardware specs alone, which is a big thing. That's a lot of reasons why people are going for PlayStation 4 now. It's because of the hardware specs, and it's not always because how the hardware performs. It's how you can embrace that hardware. So if you can get more out of it than people can on the PS4, then it could change the thing. Motion controls, you all know, both have interesting motion controls. But the Xbox has Kinect, which has been put down. They have spent many years on it. People may say, "Oh, why are you selling it with us? I'd rather cheaper console than a Kinect." But you do not understand the power of that Kinect when you actually look at it. I mean, I have the original Kinect here. It was very good. It's lasted a long time as it is, and the new Kinect is going to be even better. So entertainment beyond games, so not including games, just entertainment without the gaming bit of it. Um, both consoles will offer tons of on-demand movie and TV streams and things like that. The Xbox One seems to have a wider array of options, including compatibility with your Sky and Virgin media box. If you're in the UK, if you're in America or somewhere like that, it'll be a cable box, I think it is. Um, so you don't need to think of these machines just for games. You need it to be an all-round entertainment device, because not always you're um, playing games. I mean, sometimes I go on my Xbox just to watch a bit of YouTube because I'm doing something else on my computer, for example. And you especially need to think of full entertainment consoles, especially since you're handling over £400. So now we're on to second screens, so kind of remote control kind of thing. Um, Xbox One has a more powerful smartphone and tablet application in form of smart glass, um, which I have actually, in fact, with my phone. Um, and a lot of developers are using it in interesting ways. So you can use your phone as a TV guide, for example. But the PS4 also has strong connectivity with PlayStation Vita, and also it does have some connection options with Sony phones to Sony consoles. So that's something to think about. Backwards compatibility, neither the PS4 or the Xbox One has compatible with old games or old controllers, so you can throw that straight out the window. The games between the two consoles. The Xbox One has possibly a stronger lineup of the big AAA hits, the big games. So, for example, one that's coming out on Xbox is Titanfall. That is a AAA exclusive. Do you know what I mean? Um, Meanwhile, the PS4 is has got a few AAA games coming out. A lot of them have been delayed, but they are very strong on their indie games. I mean, the Xbox One does have a bit of indie game compatibility, and you can get some good indie games like that. But PS4 has a slightly better indie game profile there. Social interaction. Both consoles are loaded with social features such as video chatting and video sharing. Obviously, on the Xbox One, that will be with Kinect. PS4, it may be with the Eye or a USB webcam. Um, that'll allow you to connect, communicate with your friends on the wider web. Um, But the Xbox has been traditionally been the best platform for online multiplayer gaming since the whole party system and things like that. Um, but as you can tell if you've watched any of the news going on so far, PlayStation has been pushing it to better multiplayer gaming. Doesn't mean that it's going to be better, but they have been pushing it. So launch and prices, both of them have a lot of launch exclusives and things like that. Prices, the Xbox One is dearer, but that is because it's got much more to it. Whereas the PS4 is just a gaming console, and remember, you don't want it just to be a gaming console. You want it to be a console that you can have entertainment all day. So a console that you can have on and will entertain you all the time. That's why you're spending that money. So it's not always about the money, it's about what you're getting with it. And again, if you're thinking about buying one of these, maybe wait. I'm probably going to wait a year. A lot of people may also wait a year because in a year's time, people will start being able to utilize the console more, and it will be much more supported. So if you wait, then you may get more out of it instead of a load of bugs in the early days. So maybe stay on your current PS3 or Xbox 360 for like a year after the thingy. Next November, buy one of the consoles then, and you may have a slight more kind of advantage because you won't have been through them bugs. So we'll get through some pros and cons of each console. We'll start off with the PlayStation 4. It is very powerful and cleverly designed with the high-end graphics, as you can tell, which is much graphically impressive. It's excellent, absolutely excellent for in-house developers, so indie game developers who are new to it and things like that. It's got an interesting new controller with a touchpad interface. We don't know how that's going to work and if that's going to be beneficial or not yet. There is plenty of on-demand options, which won't require a subscription. But remember, you cannot use your PS4 as a media server. So if you've downloaded a film on your computer, for example, and you wanted to watch it on your Xbox, sorry, not Xbox, your console, and you had a PlayStation 4, you cannot do that. You can only watch and stream things from PlayStation that have been approved. So, for example, Netflix or PlayStation approved stuff. That is one big thing where the Xbox One doesn't have that lock on it. Again, PS4 has much more in-game development in it, and it is, we'll say, clever user interface, which lets you join your friends instantly whilst they are playing. Some bad points about the PS4. We're not going through loads of them. The PlayStation Eye motion controller, the PlayStation Eye, if you know what that is sold separately. Which, yes, it means the console is going to be cheaper, but it also means that it won't be as well supported for the developers of indie games. And also the launch lineup relies heavily on third-party multi-platform games, so there's not that many big AAAs because a lot of them have been pushed back to 2014, so there won't be as many out as you buy the console if you buy it straight away. We go to the Xbox One. Some pros there. It's an advanced all-round entertainment system, so you may want to play with Xbox, but you can also do something else. For example, you're playing a game, but you wanna, you want to check the Premier League scores or something, or if you're in America, it's NFL or something like that. You want to check that at the same time. You wanna, you want to check that without having to change the channel. You can do that. You can pull up an extra bit on the side of the screen, check your scores, and also carry on watching TV or playing a game, and it will require you not to miss out on anything. And if you're playing a game, that it means you don't have to AFK, and people will not be angry because of you. It's seamless transition between movies, TV, and games, so it's not like you wait ages for the game to load up because it's reading the disc kind of thing. It will go if you are in the middle of a movie and you want to go to a game that's in your disk drive. You can even tell the Xbox to do that with Kinect now. You can go Xbox, for example, play Forza 5, and within that split second, it will go to Forza 5 and it will not take ages to load up. Obviously, another pro is the new Kinect is extremely powerful. It's much better than the old Kinect, and the old Kinect wasn't that bad. It just had a few bad pointers about it. The new Kinect is very good, and it requires you not to have a massive room either. Also, the Xbox One has a very strong launch lineup with massive AAA exclusives, for example, Forza and Killer Instinct, and they're all exclusive to Xbox. Xbox Live is also a very strong online multiplayer service that has been going on for a very long time, and it's been overhauled for the new generation. I use Xbox currently on the current gen, and I think the multiplayer experience is amazing. Yes, you have to pay a tiny bit of money, but that money is very worth it, and the servers are very secure and very rarely go down. So that's my pros of the Xbox One. Let's go to the cons. There is a few question marks on the 1080p visuals, that some may not be running at 60 frames per second in full 1080 because of the operating system means you can do things at the same time. It may be a bit of a hassle, and also, but that may not actually be question marks. They haven't confirmed it or ignored it yet, so we don't exactly know how it's going to perform in a game. But when you buy the Xbox One, the inclusion of the Kinect means the console is much more expensive than the other console. It does mean indie developers can utilize that feature of the console, but it also means that it is a much more expensive console. But it does give you that more entertainment, where the PS4 is only games. The Xbox One is an all-round entertainment system, which means you can, for example, do everything at once. You don't have to turn on your computer. You don't have to press the input buttons and change your input, because the Xbox does that all by itself, which I think is not as explored as people would think. I think it's a much better thing. So I've been a fish sugar. Like